What's going on, everyone? Welcome to today's video. If you're new here, my name's Ben Richardson. I'm a personal trainer. I'm also a chemical engineer. And today I'm going to tell you how to eat and train to boost testosterone. If this is your first time here, I want you to subscribe to my channel because I'm going to teach you how to eat and train to live a healthy life to boost your testosterone naturally without taking all kinds of nasty synthetic supplements or injections. So go ahead and subscribe and turn the notification bells on too so that you don't miss out on any of my latest content. Now, if you want to get the most out of this video, I recommend that you take things step by step because that is how I'm going to go about doing this. So we'll start off with how to eat and then we'll get into how to train. Let's dive in. So for the eating aspect, the first thing that you're going to want to do is you need to download the MyFitnessPal app. Now, I know what you might be thinking, oh, he's going to make me count calories and he's going to make me track the food that I eat and stuff. Yeah, I am. Okay? If you want to get lean and you want to boost your testosterone and you want to lose body fat, you need to track what you eat. It's like that saying goes, everybody wants to be a bodybuilder, but ain't nobody want to lift no heavy ass weights. Same with boosting your testosterone and getting lean and getting down to like 8% body fat. You cannot do it if you don't track what you put into your mouth. So download the MyFitnessPal app. It is one of the most powerful apps that you can have for losing weight and losing fat and boosting your testosterone. It is so powerful because it's free to use and almost any food that you can possibly imagine is on that app. All you have to do is go in and search for something and you can at least guess as to what you are putting into your mouth, what the calorie breakdown is, and what the macro breakdown is. So it is an incredibly powerful tool to lose weight, lose fat, and track the foods that you're eating. And that is the only way that you are going to be able to lose fat, get lean, and boost your testosterone. So once you download the MyFitnessPal app, there are two things that you are going to need to do on the nutrition side. You're going to need to track your calories, and that's going to require you to set up a proper caloric intake. And you're also going to want to track your macronutrient split as well, because all three macronutrients are important for you feeling good and boosting testosterone. So the calories. If you want to calculate your maintenance calories, what I recommend that you do is take your current body weight in pounds and multiply it by the number 14. Now, if you're very active and you work out regularly or you exercise regularly, you can use the number 15, but my general recommendation is use the number 14 if you're more sedentary than not. That is going to tell you how many calories that you burn in a given day. On average, it's just an estimate. You don't need to be perfect on this. So if you want to lose body fat, I want you to take whatever that caloric intake is and subtract 500. That is going to put you in a solid calorie deficit. But it's still going to give you enough food in the day that you're not going to feel like you're starving yourself. And that's important because when you're leaning down, it's important that you don't feel like you're dieting. You feel like you can do this for weeks and even months, and that is the key to getting lean. Now, if you need to build muscle, what I recommend is take your maintenance calories that you already calculated and add 300 calories per day. You don't want to try to build muscle too fast because you don't want to eat so much food and so many calories that you're going to spill over into a large calorie surplus where you're gaining fat. So this is kind of a traditional lean bulk approach, and that's exactly what you want if you're trying to build muscle. You don't want the weight that you gain to be body fat. You want all of it, ideally, to be 100% lean muscle mass. So not going too aggressive on the calorie surplus is key to adhering to a proper lean bulk. Now with the macronutrient split. Really, the key here is you need a balance of all three. So a very generic recommendation that I make is 30% protein, 25% fat, and 45% carbs. You can go higher or lower than this, but again, the key takeaway is you need all three. You need enough protein, but you don't need an insane amount of protein. You definitely need enough fat, especially if you're trying to support healthy testosterone levels. And you need enough carbohydrates also. All three macronutrients are key to you feeling good, keeping your hormones well regulated while you're either trying to build muscle or lose fat. And you're going to find that when you consume a balance of all three macronutrients, you are going to feel your best. And when you really track them and make sure that you adhere to a proper macro split, you're going to feel like a superstar, even if you're eating in a calorie deficit. So that's what's great about tracking your macros, and it's just best for testosterone regulation in general. Fat, carbs, and protein, all three of them are important in testosterone synthesis. Now you can set up your calories and your macronutrient split within the MyFitnessPal app, and that's another reason why I recommend that you download that app and use it. And you can set all of it up with the free version. You don't need to pay for the premium version. If you need more guidance on how to use the MyFitnessPal app, check out the video that I made about how to use it up there. So with that being said, let's get into the training aspect. Now, you want to be following some sort of strength training protocol, because the thing about strength training is that it really stimulates the central nervous system in a way that something like hypertrophy training does not. And I'm not going to get too technical about the whole training aspect, but what I want you to do is strength train. I want you to lift really heavy weights. I want you to work in a lower rep range, and I want you to push your body to its limits every time that you walk into the gym. So what I recommend, if you are strength training, it's important that you give your central nervous system time to recharge. So I recommend that you wait at least 1 day between your workouts so that you are fully rested and recovered every time that you go into the gym and you're ready to hit a hard new session. I'm going to leave a sample workout routine down below in the description. Just use it as a template, okay? It's not perfect. There's nothing magical about it. It's probably literally the workout routine that I'm doing right now currently. Again, there's nothing magical about it. It's not like if you follow this, you're going to get the best and optimal results or whatever. And I also think it's important to kind of train according to where you're at. So maybe you're not particularly comfortable with a given exercise and you want to substitute it out. That's totally fine. Use the workouts as a template. Use it as a starting point just to get you started if you're not super sure where to. Now, the thing with strength training is I'm a big fan of reverse pyramid training style, where you essentially do your heavy set first. Well, you'll do a couple warm-up sets, obviously, to prime your body. You don't want to jump right into your heavy set because you're going to hurt yourself. But do a few warm-up sets, and then you're going to start with your heaviest set first because your body is fresh and it's ready to lift heavy. And that's really how you push your body to the limit on that very first set when it's your heaviest. And then with your subsequent sets, you'll take a little bit of weight off. You'll be able to do a few more reps, and you'll do that a few times. If you look at the workout template below that I left in the description, that'll make a little bit more sense because I'll be pretty detailed about it. And then lastly, one thing that I want to point out is that it is a very heavy focused upper body workout. And that's good, especially for men, because men have the most potential to build muscle in their upper bodies. And the more muscle that you build, the higher your testosterone levels are going to be. Now, it is true that having higher testosterone is also going to help you build muscle and stuff, but you want to kind of think of it all as a feedback loop. So more muscle, less body fat, higher testosterone. All three of those are kind of going to go hand in hand, but the losing fat and the building muscle aspect of it, that is within your control. Those two things are the action items that you need to take, and then the having higher testosterone levels, that's just going to feed into that positive feedback loop. And if you do decide that you want to do some form of cardio, I recommend high intensity interval training. First off, because it's a more interesting way to train. It's not boring like just steady state endurance cardio where you're just running on a treadmill for 30 minutes. That's just super boring. I mean, if you like doing that, go ahead, knock yourself out. But I think that's incredibly boring. That's why I recommend high intensity interval training. Go hard in cardio for like a minute and then rest for 2 minutes and repeat that cycle over and over again over the course of like 30 minutes. And that's a really good cardio session. So you can do this with boxing, you can do it with jump roping, you can even do it with the elliptical or running. I mean, just literally do sprints and walk. You can do this on the stationary bike. Almost any form of cardio that you can think of, you can kind of translate it into a high intensity interval training style. And honestly, probably really the only people who would need to do some kind of high intensity interval training or some form of cardio are people who really need to lean down quickly or they need to lose a good amount of body fat. Cardio can kind of help accelerate your progress. But cardio is also just kind of healthy for your heart in general, so it's never a bad thing to do. I jump rope about once or twice a week, and I really enjoy it. So there you go. That is how you eat and train to boost your testosterone step by step. Follow everything in this video, and probably the most important tip that I can give you right now is I'm really tempted to say, oh, subscribe to my channel and be like one of those YouTuber guys, but I'm not going to say that, even though you should subscribe. But anyway, the most important tip that I can probably give you is to just do it. Don't overthink it. Don't make it this thing where, oh, am I eating the perfect amount of calories? Or, oh, what if my macronutrient split is not perfect? Or, oh, what if I ate 5% more fat or 5% less carbs or something like that? Then I'd be in a perfect macro split. Or something like, oh, if I do barbell squats instead of Bulgarian split squats, then I'm really going to get much better progress or much better results. My testosterone's going to spike so much more if I make this small little change. No. The important thing is that you get started and you start doing these things. Use this as your action plan. You literally just use it to get started, start doing it, and figure out the specifics as you go. It's okay. So don't get caught up in your own head. Don't get wrapped up into information mode or something. Follow all of the tips in this video and you will get results in as little as a month. Might take 2 months or something to really see some solid results. But if you find that sweet spot where you can keep at it and it's sustainable and you can do it over the course of weeks and months, that's how you know it is working. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And again, if you're new here, I want you to subscribe to my channel because I'm going to teach you how to live a healthy life through training and eating so that you can boost your testosterone naturally without taking all these injections or these supplements. And you can experience the benefits of life with high testosterone levels and you're going to feel like a beast. So go ahead and subscribe if you're interested because I do post every single week. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate you. Good luck with your training and your eating, whether it's to lose fat, whether it's to build muscle so that you can boost your testosterone and feel incredible. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.